level. Next level.
How's it going? Makes you miss me out. There's always something dumb to complain about. You miss not being able to complain about game mechanics and shitty things that happen. Does that mean that... Does that mean that this gets your can't complain about it too much seal of approval? Hello, what's up? How's it going? I hope you guys are having a great day. I have no idea if my sound is working. I haven't. Oh, yep, okay. Well, let's, James! Thank you so much! Look at how long it's been. You're almost gonna get the year badge security staff who could subdue a rage embryologists, for example, and derminal sedatives to calm people who are screaming in Polish while we're hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Right? If we didn't break the door, if we only moved it and didn't break it like some sort of imbecile.
So, what was this room?
It was the
An
reception.
entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
I already found out, Aloy. I already read it out loud to you. The reception area. Not that she would really know what the reception area is, but... From reception staff to admin, we need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing 20 candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sorts of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The lag bots are not sufficient. Oh, yeah, oops, my bad. I keep forgetting that I need to... Hey! My face, do you mind? Okay. We need... And mild sedatives for extreme cases, and by all support would be welcome. Perhaps you can start responding to one of these mails? Hashtag triggered. What if I put myself over here? Is there anything over here? Hold on. Okay, that's my health. What if I'm underneath my health? Yeah, I know. It took me way too long to, like, fix this problem, but, you know.
I'll find a use for you.
You know. Okay.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Ah, I want snacks. What kind of snacks do you think they still have? Hopefully they got some Three Musketeers or maybe some chips. Funyuns? Oh my goodness. Yes. From lounge staff to admin, soundproofing? Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between BR1 and the lounge area? Many of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. You know you can soundproof things by like throwing up blankets and stuff. There are ways. You can do it yourself. From lounge staff to admin, restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge selections of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm gonna lose it. Please respond, and this time no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? I know, what could possibly going wrong? Probably everyone dying and them getting all of the DNA and then they all, like, become clones or something. Babies get popped out of these things and then, they start the rest of the world. That's my actual, holy crap.
Please proceed
I
into
hear
viewing
Mickey
room
Ears
1
come in
for
pirate
an
version.
important message
Get some.
regarding the purpose of your visit.
Thank you. If I can find some, I'll try. I don't know where to get pirate Mickey ears. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna collect these mushrooms.
A holographic theater.
CD-01 data intact. Initiating playback.
King. It's a lot of booty. Yeah.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them. and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable.
By the way,
No
I
matter
really
how
like
many
this
we
country.
kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Oh, my prediction before coming here was so right. I literally said this prediction today, but I assumed that they were getting a whole bunch of...
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
Oh, it did.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us.
And then,
I've got to keep looking.
see,
Find out how she did it.
Zero Dawn. I assume that they had a whole bunch of biological samples or whatever. I don't know. I feel like they did something to the robots. Something happened. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the
Who
vents.
the fuck is a
Let
Kestrel?
nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill
accurate.
it!
What is this place? So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them? Not just people. All organic matter.
I'm using the wrong freaking arrows.
Dissolves into nutrients.
Rusty!
Millennia of evolution. Liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel. Yeah. Who did this? Pharaoh? Arsehole. Is he? No.
Huh. Did he? I'm trying to pay attention to what that guy was saying and try not to die at the
We're
same
too
time.
close to let tribal crypto stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
I think someone is yelling outside. Hi! How's it going? Must have been the wind, guys! The wind!
Want to discuss? Whew. So Mama, she was right. Pardon? My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me. Don't mind
Oh,
admitting.
it's cool. I'm gonna
And plenty
actually
of
watch
snakesters
Game of
chasing
Thrones
the bounty,
tonight too.
But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
I only want to watch. Okay, so I've been waiting to catch up on Game of Thrones since like season 4. I stopped watching it because I was like, you know what? I need to binge it all in just a week or something like that. So I've been waiting ever so patiently since like season 4 for it to end. Why is my hair wiggling in the wind? There's no wind down here, is there? Oh, I guess there is. Smoke is moving. But I want to watch this scene because it's supposed to be the largest battle
Previously
scene
worked for Pharaoh
ever.
Automated Systems.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since,
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but tech could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Goodbye, hobo. Have a nice night.
Is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them.
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That asshole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pate wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
That guy is especially upset.
Can't carry more.
Is very scientific explaining. I don't know. Did I say something interesting? I don't remember. It must have not been interesting if I don't even remember. Right now we're discovering what happened with Zero Dawn. No. How do you do, fellow kids?
Let's
How
cut
do
the
you
mystery.
do, fellow
You're
kids?
building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since 57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
I'm surprised they don't have security offices. Just officers just around sedating people. Yeah, Ratatouille is here. He's a scientist. Are these sneaky beaky tunnels? Yeah, mandatory nap time. Those are just sneaky beaky. tunnels.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Look at my beautiful waving
yes,
in the hand.
And I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Alright, Elizabeth, tell us why you don't have an H at the end of your name.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Okay.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes.
Apollo fucking
failed. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine.
I know, okay, so Hades may not be a horrible person or a horrible AI, but I want to know why it's going after us.
Why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me?
Did it get corrupted?
And Apollo, the Archive of Knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
For debriefing after Presentation 2, it is vitally important that the candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasis that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection, validate such suggestions as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasis the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation. Acknowledge that, while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish and allow access to supplemental articles G01 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this document. A significant minority of the candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48 waiting period during which counselors will be able to discuss their decision. Emphasis that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against his or her will. Candidates who have elected indefinite detention will be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision Oh, I thought that one was on the other side. Ugh. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Zero. Hey, thanks! Thank you so much! Gee. Alright. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. This is some epic lore right here. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that this way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communication with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Indefinite detention. Should you decline participation in Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible. but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who do not wish to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Medical euthanasia. The information you've received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required during the time you may opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you're ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. Well, that's... I'll take 2, please, with large fries. Do you guys, can I supersize that, please? All right. Cool murdered everyone and took all of their rum.
Intruder! Get her!
Come on, then.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Oh, shut up. See? I'll have a death without extra extent. I'll have a death with extra existential crisis, please. Hold the pain. Look, man, I just needed to do it. I carried one of the big boys during this quest. I could go do that, because it sounds like a good idea. But I'm not gonna.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Watch out for bottle rockets! I hear they suck. Ghosty?
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion.
I love how Australian this guy is.
So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. The counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake. I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Interesting guy. Okay.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grand grandest scale, but there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
I feel like, okay, we're probably gonna find that one person who's like, I ain't gonna do this, I'm gonna die or something. Like, for the most part, I feel like a lot of people, like, professionals would probably take part in this kind of stuff.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Well, okay then. At least we know who he is.
Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
I need this to be over here. Ah. Gonna take this and put it over here. No. No. No, stop! Fucking Jesus. There, I'm just gonna put it through the wall. Darn, it didn't go through the wall. Okay, the power is out, guys. Whatever shall we do about the power being out? Why not carry one of those around? Because it's slow. I'm lazy. I don't want that. Whack. Oh, wait. I can go around. Never mind. Okay. Whoops. And because, honestly, I don't even think these guys should be in here. Well, that's just me.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Oh my goodness. So, take one when you activate the power. Oh, well, fine. Fine. Not right now. God damn it! Oh, after. Whoops. Read things. No. Okay, so left, up, left, the down, right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Hey,
Part missing.
I'm done with Brett's
Maybe there's a
incompetence,
storage
okay?
area nearby.
Somehow, he managed to install an H emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Do we need to go upstairs for a dude? Is that what she said?
Hey.
Oh, god damn it.
Hey. I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
And that's the reason why the emitter is still backwards.
Found one. Looks intact.
Yeah, okay, you could say that. What is over here? Whatever it is, it's mine. Oh, whip! Boop. Just pop it in.
That should do the trick.
See, I didn't even know how to put one of those in. I did it right. Left. Down. Down right. Wait, what? Wait. Up. Left. Down. Right up. Oh, okay. I was right. I was right. Wow. Right? Did I do something wrong? Up. Left. Down. Right. Up. Wait. Wait a second. Is it upside down? This is upside down. God damn it. Fucking. God damn it. Fine. Down. Do you even listen to things you activate? She said it was on backwards, but I don't know what the H emitter even means. Oh, it's fine. It's okay. This one goes up. This one goes left. This one goes down. Down. Oh, this one needs to be the other way around. Right. But it needs to be the other way around too, damn it.
That did it. Door should have power.
Barely tell my right and left together, so you gotta reverse it. Jesus. Okay. Gib. Alright. Let's do it.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Rests upon a ruin of the old ones.
Intruder!
What? Fuck you! Well, this is gonna be way harder than it needs to be. I was looking at them because. Oh. What? Where did that thing come from? Oh, it's behind the door. Never mind. Thank you for killing my hope. Dashing my dreams. You deserve to be in the wall, you fucking mom. bad as they are. Yeah.
Area inaccessible. Elevators now in operation.
That's the last of them.
Gate shot structural failure. Repeat.
Hey, music, you mind?
What?
Oh, damn it.
We got him.
Do you? I can't even. There you are. Oh my god. Hello.
This is it.
Dodge away. Dodge away. I'm stuck. Ah! Get out of here. Ooh. Yeah. Ouch. Oh, hi. How's it going? Oh, hi. Wow. Oh, I missed.
Shadow guide me.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Right? Aloy is terrifying. She can just tank most badness to her face. Obviously, we're not supposed to actually be doing that, but I do. Was there any lore that I missed while running around? Hey, look! I can open that door.
Save these for the trail.
It is so annoying. There are a lot of mushrooms in here. It's like they were gearing me up for like a battle or something. Okay. From Elizabeth Sobek to Margot Shed, full seat ahead. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail. Consult with, Iomide Okilo. We know her. Before you finalize silo inventories, Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation code. So any exotic materials made for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Okay, so I wonder if there's one of those.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual holistics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs.
Oh, I think we've heard about her before. I think she's the one who
to empower Gaia to build the robots.
She graduated college at like 14 or 15 or something.
Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
I mean, we already know that. It got a thing that told it to cull the humans. Maybe they only allow so many humans at once. From Margot to Elizabeth, simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they're almost as well tributes is the word that comes to mind. As though she's already mourning their loss, and not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil records too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool! Well, anyway, Gaia thinks Hephaestus will empower her to build that. I just wish that we will be around in a century or two to see what she makes. This person is extremely chipper. I love it. Out of everyone who's like death and destruction and I'm oh so sad, she's like super cute and like, yeah. Is this just her again?
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia would use to make lots and lots of robots.
I like her voice.
Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger.
Didn't remember everything. Okay, up we go. So this is that word. Why does it sound so weird? I don't like it. It sounds like asbestos, but it's Hephaestus. Ooh, can I scan through this? Nope, cannot. Hello, dead guy.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office.
Yeet.
It's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Of course there is.
Keep looking.
More clips.
All right.
Careful now.
Let's thumbs up. Took a drink. Stretch just a second. Okay. Thank you for the warning. It probably forces me to not take part, right? Can I kill them from here?
Scan.
That would be oh so awesome if I could. Son of a bitch. Okay. You sack of fucking shit. How dare you? Alright. Don't put slits in the wall that arrows can go through if you don't want me to shoot arrows through them.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina El-Badi. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
So, Apollo's doing its job. We just haven't leveled up as a society to unlock more things from Apollo. Is that what I'm seeing? Is that what I heard? Alright. From Samina to Elizabeth. And the winner is encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I have performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that Bass was shilling a year or so ago. But every other heavy solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in allotted space, too power intensive over centuries, or too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the insert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed regularities that will keep the DNA at an negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I find it entirely fitting, indeed, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic but heroic. Life as a hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time. Oh, hey, thanks. I really appreciate it. Watch my tic-tacs. Okay. From Samina to Elizabeth. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from the far zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science molecules are effectively complete, with the soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapped up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with the attendant curriculum development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well. Okay, so it looks like they have like 4,500 languages, like Rosetta Stones, but they're putting out all of the information in 4 main languages. They're performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia persona. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half of my professors were so entertaining. Looking cool, Joker. I'll use my persona. Oh. What up, my dude? Ah. That didn't echo or anything. Bop. I have a lot of treasure box. Okay, hold on. I don't, no? Thank you. Hey, get out of there. I need to, like, sell all my weaves and stuff. Okay, now I can make more arrows. Thank God. More of my favorite arrows. Please move your head to where I can kill you.
These will keep.
Eyes on me, brothers.
What? How the fuck did you know where I was at?
Here.
Oh.
Night comes. For the quit moving.
Oh my goodness.
Take them down.
God. One. Got him. Now I just need this guy. Oi. 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 Whip. Fat.
The last of them. On once more.
How's my day? I haven't really done much today.
Look around.
Kind of just laid
See if
around in
anything's
bed
left.
until got up and went and got cat food because I'll be going on a vacation. So I need to get the supplies for my neighbor friend who's going to be watching the cats while we are away. Other than that, I didn't really do anything today. I haven't really been playing anything. I don't generally play things off stream. I have a lot of projects and stuff that I like to work on. Recently, I haven't been really working on projects. I don't want to start anything and then need to, like, put it on hold because I'm going to Florida. But Justin has been playing Days Gone, and I think he has decided that he's not going to play it anymore until it gets updated. I don't know for sure. Well, Justin will have to chime in if he's paying attention. But, and that game, I've been watching him play that game, and I don't think it's a game I'm gonna play on stream for a long time, if ever. It doesn't look particularly interesting to me. So, yeah, I've been debating about starting Persona 3 on, so I have Persona 3 on the PSP. I've been debating on whether or not starting that, but I think the Persona games are something I would like to play on stream because I like them so much. I get super into them. And I think it'd be more fun to do it on stream. At least for me. It'd be more fun for me. Even though Persona is not gonna be,
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what the... what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Yeah. Hades Protocol. Tate here, just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If it ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control. But by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for wear. Too soft, and Gaia pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetries to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even if it's just simulated plant life. Turns out, the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat its command position so Hades can slip under the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strong. Guess it's time to go back to sleep in bed. I'll be back at it tomorrow, alligators. I'm taking sleeping pills. From Travis to Elizabeth. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore. Anyone who says old TT codes to Bashcore is just straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav doesn't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazzle. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of citron runoff than listen to Greystorm for 30 seconds. Hand to God to swear on my mama's grave, and she was religious. Now, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music. 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese grindcore, and Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore you'll see, or hear rather. and the screech that rends the air and field, and the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of a gothic deathfish. Hallelujah! As for those codes to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up stimulants, coffee malts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we was supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Hey, look. He's got a point. He's got a point. But don't earbuds exist in this new reality? Headsets? Dr. Tate, this mail conserves Apollo's archive submission, number that many zeros 23876, your 666th submission in just 5 days. Oh, what a doozy. Describe earlier warnings re inappropriate materials you chose to submit to 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of making a millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved. Extreme, perhaps, but art. 2, for clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught with archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from this subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, "I know it when I see it." Thank you. To you, I can now apply a single objection criteria. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you could have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your inside work. There's a world to save after all, or the rest of us do anyway. Earbuds don't shake the room, you have to feel it. You have to feel the bass underneath your toes. You can't feel the bass liquefying your insides with headphones. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I mean, read what you're writing, but like headphones, though.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time.
Well, at least they've got that going for them.
The quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances. But, as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me.
So she chose this guy because he's ethical.
The challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem, to say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Si vous êtes prêts? Is that what he said? That's Polish. I think he's the Polish guy. From Patrick to Elizabeth. The is he the only one? The exogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. The revelations. Astounding. I don't know what Polish sounds like. They sound like German. I think German and Polish sound similar. But I honestly don't know. It could have been German. I just assume it was Polish because he said, in one of the previous lore things, we needed Polish translators. So I just kind of put that together, but it could totally be German. I have no idea. I don't know what you had to give to Far Zenith and Trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved, nutrition delivery resolved, hormonal stability resolved, 12 other risk areas resolved. Before examining these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to have been a fool's errand. But if the rest of the FZ's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours and get back at it. Expect a fabrication plan within the next 48 hours. Interesting. What's in here? From Patrick to Elizabeth, Cradle Servitor Personae. Development of this artificial person for Cradle Servitors, Nurturer, Disciplinarian, Healer, continues at a good pace. We're targeting during Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This will allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation, without undetermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of persona, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinary and healer persona. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother persona intervened on a disciplinary servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I've attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings. I am just... garble, garble, garble. Patrick to Elizabeth. Was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good. For our maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selections. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flows in our future humans, but we can all agree there is a margin for refinement in future cradle populations. Dio and Dunk? So Dunk, in addition to personally overseeing the completion of 2 site inside of Mount Namuli, I formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. This guy is like going hard. He's probably really intense, like, to work with.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Yeah. So how did our dear old Aloy come out if it was corrupted? Unless the matriarchs did something to corrupt it.
Looks like it
Us would benefit from antilopine morphologies, though Camprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies,
I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
And yet, I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience...
Oh my god, it gained a fucking conscious.
That is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Doesn't feel good, but you have gained feelings. I'm sorry. Please don't get depressed. Okay.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
That sounded German to you? Ah, well, it might have been German, and I was wrong. Probably gonna go out of my way to see what Polish sounds like. I don't think I've ever heard someone speak Polish. I've heard German before. I don't know Polish.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
So, okay, the reason why that guy specifically is saying put a kill switch in it is because he's the one who made the self-replicating war machine bots that got a glitch that takes over and is the reason why humanity is literally going extinct. So I think he just wants a kill switch because he's afraid of Gaia turning into what he created later. Gaia, however, has a conscience because we made a fully functioning AI, I guess. And so I don't think that Elizabeth thought it would be necessary because of it, but I mean, Gaia does have a point. Its psyche, since it is an actual sentient thing, I guess. Sentient being tentative, but it has feelings and such. You never know what would happen within hundreds and hundreds of years of it being alone. If it can feel loneliness, then it might do something stupid or whatever. Not that anyone is gonna be around to do the kill switch though, but there you have it. Yeah, your point is also sound. I totally get it. But that's why that guy wants that stuff to be done. Oh, okay. So I'm supposed to be looking for something, and she probably told me what I was supposed to be looking for, but I was not paying attention. So just give me a second to figure that out. I think I'm missing a component for something. Oh wait, the map will tell me. Find entrance to her office. Ah. Can I break these? How unfortunate. The marker has it in a square. I have to figure out how to get things to move. I have to figure out how to get in here because the door's fucked. She said there was a component missing. I heard her say that, but I don't, you know, I'm starting to wonder if that's what she said. All the things said, running through my head, running through my head. You're telling me arrows cannot penetrate that? How unfortunate. Wonder if, no, because Gaia had to go somewhere else. I wonder where Gaia's at right now. Oh, I can pry open the door. Oh, okay. I thought she said that I needed to get a component. I didn't. That's it. Oh, well. Okay. Okay, I don't want to scan this. I want to scan these first. Odyssey has failed. Some terrible news. I'm afraid Varzinus has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the Jai sped up to depart the solar system. The crew, its ship, its cargo of zygotes and seed, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. So, so they had two plans. They had Odyssey, which had a alpha build of Apollo, and this one. And the Odyssey, rip! Aroni! Pepperoni. Oh my goodness. Artemis status. Charles to Elizabeth. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If the words can mean anything, had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas, suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, fox and wolves. Thousands more will have to wait their turn until we get our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that this time will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There have already been too many too lates. We've lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now, not like this, not on our watch. That inspiration! What did the message say? Which one? The one before? The one before was talking about how Alright, I think I got everything, so let's go ahead.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Oh no, it's the bad guy.
Still alive. Good.
I'd like to call
I have a
bullshit
more suitable
also.
death in mind for you, child.
I would like to call bullshit on that. If I couldn't break the windows with my goddamn spear, you don't get to break the window with a fucking bomb. They better not have touched, like, my clothes.
My entire life, I've
My
always known
clothes.
one thing with prophetic certainty.
My clothes are so
that I
good.
was
Damn it, you
destined for
took my
glory as a
clothes!
great champion of the sun.
You perv.
Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny.
Oh, you want me to go inside the sun ring?
Until you came along.
Yeah, I did. I scanned everything.
When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind.
Hey, lower
As sure as
it.
the sun rises and
Lower,
falls each day,
you fucking
those I am
imbecile.
bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How?
Oh, fuck.
Why?
I wasn't paying attention to this guy.
With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. It grew when High Priest Bahavas went missing. And when
Oh,
the
this
true
is
Sun
Helis.
King Itin
Remember?
snatched
If you
away,
don't remember how this,
it not only grew,
you remember how this, that guy that was like,
I kept
I
thinking of
cannot
the
feel
moment
sad
my
about
knife
my child
pierced her
and my wife dying because it's
One
pity,
twist.
or some
simple
weird
tug of the
fanatic
blade,
guy.
and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destiny?
Dude, I haven't been paying attention.
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He
Oh
fought
yeah,
well
he's the one who killed Dad.
for a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked, but I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step.
Yeah, he was
It
practicing.
was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Meant to eliminate High Priest Bahavas. Meant to snatch Itamen away. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Got a question though. If I survive, does that mean you'll let me live because the sun said that you're like, you're a puppet?
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings, a pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you or its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature
It's like he
joined to one
didn't
cause.
even
Shadow to
fucking
sun,
listen to me.
dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds?
Obviously not.
You've
He's
gone
a
from serving an
fanatic.
insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn.
He has to deliver his practice monologue.
You fail to grasp the point. As
Thank you
surely
for
as
the,
you've been
follow,
conquered,
by the way.
so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Dude, for real, I just can't
Cage and put your
focus on
faith
what
to
he's
the test.
talking about.
See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Kind of like... I don't really care about the Nora, to be honest. The Carja just seem to be more like my people. The Sun King actually wants me there.
The Nora have no part to play in this. Leave them alone.
Soon, they'll have no part
That's
to
not
play
even
in
what I
anything.
wanted to say. They're irrelevant in, like, the nature of life.
In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe.
I mean, you have to get
Do
through
we not see the
normal Carja
scorching
lands
judgment
first.
of the sun in these events?
Not really.
Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile.
Aw, what an asshole. What's up, Ample?
So you see, this time, I did not hesitate.
Could you just get on with it?
The knife
Goodness
has
gracious.
already been
It's
twisted.
just- Ugh. See, the great thing is that we copied the data, which means Buddy Boy could have also copied the data, which is pretty cool. What's up? Hi! I miss you too. I'm sorry. I've switched to a complete night owl
Carja
schedule, so I
faithful,
haven't been really to watch anybody.
Rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon.
Is it
a new day soon
zero?
to break.
Is this Zero Dawn
When
Helis?
it does, the false
Is it Zero
Sun King
Dawn?
will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this,
I really like
have
this
become an instrument of prophecy.
zoom on the fucking bars.
All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold!
Interrupters? It's fine. I've killed
Hold
them
your
before.
seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes?
Thank you! Thank you, guys.
These, proud in broad light of day. Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eyes of the sun, but and is mightier still, endued with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed
This
and
is some
slithered,
intense-
be the first to die.
This is some intense,
Let her be the first of thousands.
Darn you. Whoa! Golly, that was really fast. Alright, Aloy, you ready to Dark Souls our way out of this shit? Because I'm ready. Thank you!
I'll never beat that thing without weapons.
You right, you right.
My weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use the strength against it. That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down. That makes a mess. Try luring the behemoth into the pillars.
Aloy, it is a little bit more fucking difficult than... There we go. Oh, she's telling me components because I can't scan for them. Which is really actually kind of helpful because I don't remember all the components for them yet. Are you not entertained? Gotta get your butt. Bop. Gotta get this.
Freeze canister on its head.
I did not shoot the fucking arrow. It is very much a husk. Machine gun. Machine gun? I could do this all day, motherfuckers.
Silence!
Ah, fuck you. They're not the best arrows.
Kill her.
I know. Why don't I shoot him? I don't know.
Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Tee This crowd don't give a fuck, though. Exactly. They just want the cool things in life. Dude, same. And so robot death matches were invented. And thus we created a new sport.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I
fucking knew it.
Every data file.
No, he called him a traitor.
Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
Aw, come on,
it's time to
he's
see
being
where you
nice.
were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon.
It's high
I wore
noon.
out 2 striders getting you.
Yeah, I'll explain in just a second after this cutscene.
Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corrupted to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans, though of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right.
So, once upon a time, Idris Elba was like... I don't think it's Idris Elba now that we continue to hear him talking. But he's Idris Elba in my head now and forever will be. So he has been trying to uncover the secrets of it's Lance Riddick. Okay, so he's been trying to unlock the secrets of why the apocalypse happened and basically just history stuff because I guess he was curious. He has a focus. It's a little Bluetooth thing, and we also got a Bluetooth thing. So he's been watching us through a Bluetooth thing because some guy was like, "Hey, this person's a bad person." That's us. Let's kill her. And so he's been watching us because of that. And then we unlocked a lot of secrets and lore and stuff. But he used to help a bad guy with the tattoos on his chest. I think were there tattoos or was that armor? I don't remember. Anyway, the monologuing guy. And he helped him before he realized monologuing that as a guy is a bad guy.
To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch.
I feel like he's doing something else.
In the meantime,
and why he isn't, and him not
should
telling
you
us
need to return to Shadow Project territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to.
To be honest, I'm glad I kind of have a man in a chair.
When you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who.
Yeah.
Aww. How nice of him. Okay. Okay, we got a new outfit. He gave us a new outfit. Now I'm spooky. Alright, let's go. Who here actually wants to walk all the way to New Orleans? Not me. What? What? Fuck you. Fine. No, why would you be able to teleport to the place that you want to be? It does look pretty cool. I like it. Shadow card to stuff looks pretty neato. I guess I should put my Nora thing so that way they can recognize me and not shoot at me and think that I'm... It's fine. I'm sure they'll all understand. Something's fucking right. How dare you take away my easy way through? Would have been cooler to ride there. You know. That's okay. I have to ride most of the way there, so... It's cool. It's okay. Grab this and gonna run past that, and I'm gonna ride over here. There's some cool build-up on the way. Well, they should have just disabled fast travel in general if they didn't want me to fast travel anywhere. I'm gonna grab that. Thanks. I'm gonna go this fucking horse thingy this way. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Riding my super fucking cool horse. Riding my super cool horse. Oh shit. Okay, bye, Mount. Rebecca the 10th. Rip in peace every other Rebecca. Why aren't these people helping? I don't know if they know that there's a bad guy's place. I am a sprinting, sprinting to the waypoint. Ah! That's obviously what happened. Lenora asked very kindly for the shadow cartridge to please not do what you're doing. Please. Stop. Please quit your shit. Excuse me. Oh. Sometimes the horses are really, really difficult to get to actually do well in the water. It's raining, so I cannot see where the fuck I'm going. Because the fog really sucks. Does it actually rain like this in nature? I don't know.
Just stay out of their way for now.
Ever been out in the rain? I mean, I have. I just didn't think that it would make it almost impossible to see.
And snow. Trees on fire. The embrace.
See, like, I don't know how the other people didn't notice that someone...
The Sentinels had time to warn the tribe.
What? I can't tell, because it's raining! I'm gonna cut through this. Hi!
Oh,
If you'll excuse me real quick. I guess I could stop them.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Enter this location? Are you for real? But no one lives here anymore. They're all dead. Get off. Get off the fucking horse. Get off the fucking horse! Thank you, actually. Thank you. Holy shit! There's a whole bunch of them in there. Hey. Really, like, stop. AI if it can't really go out this far. Don't think I won't do it, game. I fucking will. I've spent this entire game teasing you. But like, hear me out. I'm almost level 46.
Get down now!
Oh my god, hi. quick. Okay. I hear more corruptors. I'm not happy about it. Oh, I don't have enough stuff.
More clips. Corrupted Thunderjaw, all right. The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. I'll never reach the hatch.
Okay, well.
That's right! Bring down the mountain!
Braves, to Aloy's side, now!
Hell yeah!
For Aloy!
For the
For our mother!
Varl and Sona, they're still alive.
Hell yeah, now he's working on getting rid of this. These are probably my least favorite ones to deal with.
Bring down the demon!
Sorry, I'm getting a lot of dips from the internet right now.
Bring down the demon!
Hey guys, I saved all of you.
Aloy.
What's up?
You saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. But braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this.
I actually
Even
have
the
a bow.
Karja,
Do you want to see
in
it?
all their
I'll
red
show you in a
raids,
minute.
never broke through to the Embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decisions saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here. Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale. Bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
All right. This is my bow. It's a long bow. It's 35 pound. Ooh. It's takedown, which means you can take it down 3 parts. So. It is unstrung because you don't leave your string on your bow.
I need to
My
go
string's
inside the mountain.
He's in the closet.
The matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure, but I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
Yeah, if you're not gonna actively use it, it's not good for the bow. Who is in the closet? The string!
Aloy! Oh, you've returned.
Teb?
Where's Teb? Oh, mother, please. Is that Teb? Where's Teb? Oh, here you are.
I knew... I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries. Are they serious?
A gash or two. Nothing I couldn't sew back together with a needle and thread.
Guess being a stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did.
Oh, ha 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 ha.
Aloy, I don't know how you survived out there. Not
Aloy,
even Nicole could have done
you've
it.
come back. The Seeker has returned.
It's Aloy!
Come, speak to us.
Oh my god, it's all of
Foolish
these
woman.
I brought Mother's spear
You
with us.
welcome a curse.
Everything else we had to
Come,
leave
Seeker,
behind.
we have much to
Glad see
discuss.
you have it.
Her
I know
very
what it means to
presence
you.
here is a blasphemy.
I can't wait to shoot you in the fucking face.
Aloy, you've returned. I brought Brahm here when the invaders attacked. We barely made it.
What's up, Brom?
Glory.
The battle was lost until you came.
All-Mother, give me strength to stand beside her.
Hello, Seeker.
Aloy, I'm glad to see you again.
dream willow you recovered has comforted
Oh,
many who were
I
wounded
like
in
her.
the attack.
Goddess, remember my family in our time of need.
The outcast girl. You taught me a lesson. I've remembered what you said many times.
Oh, this is the racist guy.
I'm better for it.
And then we hit him for being racist. Continue hugging. You do what you need to. I'm not gonna stop you.
There. You.
Hello, Resh. Still guarding the latrine?
Leave me be.
Good thing I found Sona, huh? Can't have a tribe without a war chief.
I was wounded in combat. I make no apologies.
Of course not. Why would you get started now?
Why couldn't you die out there?
Many tried to kill me, Resh. Care to take a turn?
Too many witnesses.
Ah, don't let that stop you.
Okay, I'm done pestering him. Okay, let's go talk to the fucking matriarchs.
So, you have finally returned. She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege. How was this done? By the will of All-Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
Lansra, it's over. It's time to step aside. I'm not gonna hurt you. If there's anything I've learned since the Proving, it's that there are bigger evils in this world than you.
Bitch.
Finally.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Me with my Magneto mask. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Alright, would you go? Come on.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
It is spiritual for the Nora. I know I love it, alright? But I'm excited to see what happens next. I am impatient. Ooh, a purple. Oh my freaking... It's a baby doll. Yeah, okay, I didn't need that in my life. Alrighty.
So these are... artificial wombs.
Shuri?
Your mother...
So this was it?
Where you were born.
But why?
Am I offline? I don't think I'm offline. I think I'm still online. Yeah, it says I'm online. Well, this is where we was born. Cool. Alright, cool. Right? This shit would be super cool to... Here. Huh. I might have something.
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother.
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, 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 in time.
The servitor bot went offline. Right? Nursery. What? Nutrition stores depleted. So, this was done probably a few hundred years ago when they started bringing everything back online. If you remember, we needed a good earth before.
These look like cribs.
Do you?
The cradles of a cradle facility.
Interesting.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
They were literally the first children of the human species. At the time, of course, not like the first ever. You know what I mean.
Someday. That's what you always say. We want it now. It's big down there. Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except yours. Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
Their voice acting is a little atrocious, but okay. Oops, that's not the button I want.
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
So this is where they lived. It's a mess. Everything's broken or painted on. How long did they live here?
This is kindergarten. Good.
Children, let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Wow, that actually probably would be really annoying. I wonder if community rules is please don't create romantic relationships with each other or something.
I have no choice but to release you.
But why?
There is no food here anymore.
But there's food out there?
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave and you will learn.
They were trapped here. Their whole lives.
Okay, let's...
In plain view of luxurious space.
What went wrong? Why couldn't they access the other areas?
Unknown. But you won't have that problem.
Okay, but like, this is the worst way ever to introduce humans into a different environment, by the way. You didn't even teach them how to make a bow, or something that can stab things, or how to hunt, or what's good to eat outside.
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
For identiscan. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Lyceum, a place of learning.
Lyceum.
So, what was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
Oh.
Why not?
Welcome, students. Please pick up a focus device and place it on the side of your head, just behind your eye.
I had to dredge the pits of the world looking for focuses to repair. And here sat a trove, enriching no one.
Huh.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Ah, something went wrong with Apollo.
You were right, Aloy.
Hello, child.
This is a
My
graveyard.
name is Samina.
The charnel
Today
house
is
of
a
knowledge.
big day.
What we
Your
might have
first day of
achieved had
school.
not been denied it.
There's so much for you to
Maybe there's a way
learn.
to fix
So
it.
much promise and
That's not why I
possibility.
came here.
Of course.
Malfunction.
What's the whole of human knowledge
Follow
next to the
offline.
origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
He has got such sass. Dude, this really sucks. What the fuck went wrong? All of Apollo, all these focuses, they could have had everything, but something went wrong? Duh, that is so shitty. Really sucks. Apparently.
Control priority switch for Dr. Sobek. Please get message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes.
It said Gaia's dying plead. Is Gaia dead?
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility Obtain one of the focus devices stored below and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument.
Can we
manufactured by a machine?
Hold off on the existentialism
destruction
and like save the world real quick and then have
to quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Oh no, I'm the protagonist. I'm with Silas right now as well.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. The Ruthie anomaly. Route 1 access unsealed.
What? Oh, I'm supposed to go up. Come on. Come. Hello! Thank you! Thank you. Aloy, please jump. We've done this all game. It should not be hard.
This is going to be interesting.
Do you mind not doing that, though?
Aloy, forgive. Forgive. The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora.
Did they practice that while I was
praise
trying?
Aloy, anointed of the Nora. Up. All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora.
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders. Whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here. Everywhere.
How can we help?
Fuck you guys, Aloy. It's
if you can fight and you're willing.
Fuck you guys, Aloy the game.
And wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
I will now sprint as fast as I can to get out of here. Bye!
None of their deeds will live on.
Y'all, I did talk to Resh. It was funny. We pestered him for a long time. Do it more. I just wanna go.
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
LOL! LOL!
Curse the goddess, and curse you. I no longer belong here.
I think you're onto something, Resh. Time to strike out on your own.
Yes! None of this forgiveness shit for you, bitch!
All
How
Mother
did you do
spoke
that?
to her.
You
It's
entered
true.
the heart of the mountain. Seems you have a special role to play in events. The goddess favors you.
Did their worst.
So they aren't exactly wrong in that this is like a goddess, because like it's a Greek goddess, I guess.
In all my years, I have never seen anything like that.
Yeah, dude.
Aloy.
Same. Ugh, I don't want to talk to everyone. I just want a
Aloy.
cutscene where I talk to everyone.
How kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart.
Yeah, she's one of the like
There can be no
primordials or
doubt
something.
now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you.
You are too intense for me. Ah!
Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story.
Oh my god,
Why
it's
he
the
was
end
even
of the
outcast.
game and I can finally learn what happened to
He
Ross.
never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure
Yes,
you
I
want to
can
hear it
pause the world. Just tell me already.
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Could you
Mother's
just
Vigil?
do
Where's
the
that?
entire
You
fucking
would know
story
it
without me
as
having to
the
interact with
Forsaken
it?
Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of
strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border, Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
Did you just...
Seeker?
Why is this not a freaking cutscene?
One who dies to go seeking. And in seeking, brings death
What's
to
a
others.
Death Seeker? Come on, Alo, it's a fucking assassin.
The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But he did, because he probably fucking killed them all.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later. And terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious. In agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him. Leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He
That
never
doesn't
expected to live
excuse
another
it,
day
you
in the sacred
motherfucker!
land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All-Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a
yeah, I was gonna say, I think he probably was happy about that.
All right, Tirsa, that's quite a story. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa.
Not saying the ends justify
What's
the means.
to become of them now?
They're still dickheads.
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future.
I'm sorry, but your fucking goddess is dead and I
For
have
the
to
moment,
reboot her.
My sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position.
I mean, like, if they can figure out the door, like, if they can open the door, right, then we could just stick everyone inside the bunker. Just, and then, like, close the door, and then they can open the door in, like, 10 days or something.
It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
Okay, I'm done talking. I don't want to talk to anyone anymore. I don't care. I found out Ross's story. Everyone else could die in a fire.
The murderers tried to destroy us, but we Nora.
Okay. Why can't they use Apollo again? They can't use Apollo because Hades corrupted shit or something. They, you know.
Killers will answer with blood for what they have done.
I think that's what was explained. What does Aloy stand for? Yeah, Hades broke Gaia in general, and then, well, Hades broke the connections to everything. So Apollo and all of the other guys. Yeah, he did a virus. Who the fuck started a virus?
It's heavy.
Do viruses just happen to computers? Like, spontaneous virus alert. What doesn't make sense is that Dr. Sobek can be allowed, but like no one else can. Right. So Gaia said that. Yeah, Elizabeth was in charge of everything, so she made a babu with Elizabeth's genetic code, so that way Elizabeth, the new babe, could go through and fix shit.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted?
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
Oh, you mean?
So what else is new?
I've already been here before. I had to get a cup once. So someone made a virus. There's a lightning from unknown origin. Something unknown happened. If I remember right, yeah, there's a way up this way. And I ignored them this way too, the last time as well. Who even kills our problems. I sure don't. Let's see. What is up, my dude? He doesn't want to know the rules of the universe to better learn the reason why this thing is happening. What game / story are we discussing? We are discussing Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't think he played it, I think he watched it.
These are helpful. Bitter, though.
Look at that. I dodge rolled my way to victory. Now I just gotta jump my way up. I feel like I had this problem last time. There's a way to jump. Or maybe there's not. Maybe there's a climbing way. Well, of course they're not infallible, but if there is a reason, if they wrote it a certain way. Just because people are can make mistakes doesn't mean that they didn't write something. They didn't cover
Cracked
shit.
the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
So was our boy making ropes and shit for us and just like climbing along? Cause I sure hope so, cause that makes me like him a little more.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Oh, I love their relationship so much. It's just a sass master.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
He's working for Hades. He's the bad guy. He's the one who put the virus in Hades. 100%. Hey, what's up? Yeah, happy to absorb. You know...
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth.
Aloy is 19.
The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but... after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She's an AI,
She
not a
said
physical representation.
any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, It should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades.
Cool.
Everything depends on you.
All right.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Mind your footing.
Mind your sass. You fucking mind, boy. Okay, we're just not gonna parkour our way out of this. I'm just gonna fall because Jesus Christ. Okay. Explore. I have reached the point where I want to know what's happening and I don't want to explore anymore. I want to know. I want to get the override. I want to kill the dude. I have reached the point of I want to do the things. I wonder what caused the explosion. It said massive lightning, but what kind of fucking massive lightning does this shit? Mushrooms. God damn it. Okay. I'm talking about it's a power cell.
I only need one more to get to that ancient armor I found.
This is not what I wanted. Oh, this is what I wanted. Whoop. Wait. Whoop. Wait a second. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Wait a second. No. Oh, she overrides something to cause the explosion. Okay. Armor is OP. Nice. Okay. Yeah, her reactor. So she expects us, the ones who haven't had access to Apollo's knowledge, to rebuild her reactor? Tall order, Mother Earth. There it is. Oh my goodness. How do I get up there? Over here. Kill Hades, figure everything else out later. Hello? Hello? I guess that's a drop and not meant for me to drop to do in. Okay. Fine. And this is just a place to get the power cell. Right. Going the completely wrong way. Well, you know. Ouch. Ooh.
Guess that's my way across.
It is very convenient. Oh. Bye.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well...
Don't answer.
I'm surprised. Like, would you realistically be able to do all this stuff, or would you, like, have your arms pop off the sockets? shoulders would dislocate. Ugh, good. I hate it. Ugh, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Ugh. Okay, I'm done talking about what would happen to your arms if you did half the shit she does. It depends if you're a strong, independent woman or not.
What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
You was right. Look, I'm exploring and there's no lore. Aha! There is, I lied.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, and lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific. None of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself. To a quiet planet. A barren sphere. Just Gaia. And her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Oh, she'll be lonely. It's a lonely endeavor making everything by yourself. Yeah. Yeah, she was the head.
Evacuation happens so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradis-Sade zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given the chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Well, okay then. Right? It's a good thing Aloy was built in the part of the world that could fix everything.
I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Did I get data points? The most recent one we've unlocked. These are the holograms. 2 more holograms left. Nope, that's Gaia. Oh, under repair. Okay, cool. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah. You gotta go up. Up. In.
Elizabeth. What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Now, what I signed up for?
Either we sent someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Aw, that's sad.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So... happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Interesting.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling, bruising, and in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it.
Right, good job. You did a good
Different
thing.
perspectives.
This really sucks you had to die for
No
it.
one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one. I miss you.
Interesting.
Look, Liz, you're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
You can finally rest.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
Aloy?
She's gone.
Was that even a fucking question?
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
Can't you just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel? She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in
brains
life.
are getting
enough to
agitated,
fight
so
against
Aloy's
hopelessness.
getting spooky.
If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
Maybe out of everything that fucking happened, she made her way through the swarm and found where she lived or something. Oh my god, please don't do that. Can I just find her corpse or something? Wait a second. I wonder if the power armor was hers.
Hello, Margot. How are you holding up?
Dr. Ronson, I've been getting a lot of messages, unsolicited messages from Ted.
Margot, I'm sorry. With Liz gone, we've got no one to run interference with him. I'll talk to Ted. He mostly wants updates, constant updates, hundreds of updates on things he knows nothing about. Liz used to field all of his crap.
He doesn't understand the systems at all. That was kind of by design. But he's getting pretty sketchy with me.
We just have to keep him happy. Liz always said keep him happy.
Are you kidding? You ever hear how she talked to him?
She was managing him, Margot.
I mean, maybe I should ignore him. He's buried in his pyramid with the Hola Hola girls and Panta Antimod cuckoos. What can he do?
Did Pharaoh make a virus? What the fuck? I hope not. So these nanobots, what exactly would they die when he did? Yeah, so eventually I guess they would die off because they eat biomatter. Because they were like, yeah, we should totally make robots that feed off of biomatter. That won't go wrong at all. We won't put a fucking kill switch on things that could kill us all. Why the fuck would we do that? Fucking imbeciles.
What are we gonna plug into their heads, Les? A whole lot of history? A whole lot of so-called truth? A whole lot of noise? It's not pablum, Les. It's poison.
Yeah, eventually they would all have to shut down.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
I hear a rumble in my controller. I hope no one decides to be a spooky bean and show up and wreck my shit right now.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By. Subtraction. I can make it better, Les. With a single stroke. Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
Right? I don't like the direction this is going either. Of fucking course, the guy who caused the fucking apocalypse thinks that the apocalypse is the best course of action for humanity. Of course. Why didn't we kill him? Why wasn't he tried for fucking war crimes or something? Why didn't we put him to death? He should have been the first one to die to the swarm. Oh yeah, Liz, by the way, you died for all of humanity, so I'm gonna do something really fucking stupid. Oh man, I wanna... There's a broom over there! You're right. It wasn't a war crime. It was worse. What up, my dead dudes?
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
No, Ted drained their oxygen. Oh, I'm about ready to get really angry.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say.
I'm about ready to get really pissed. Mm-hmm.
This isn't easy.
Oh,
See,
is it?
Please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is...
You don't even got the...
I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease.
Oh.
They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease.
Fuck
Our
you.
disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
Fuck you! Oh my god! Why? You fucking piece of trash! Oh my god! Who gave you the right to decide that? No one! Because you're the one who caused the fucking apocalypse, you piece of trash! What? What a cunt. He is the smelliest, fishiest, grossest, most diseased cunt in the world. Fuck that guy so hard.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust.
That's why they could never
To the void,
give.
like the alphas themselves.
Oh my god.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope.
God, fuck that guy. Oh my god, these people tried so hard. Elizabeth tried so hard, and you were like, well, I mean, it's okay for them to live in ignorance. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
The Master Override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is
What did you
kill
think it was
Hades
gonna
with
be?
it.
The size of a truck? Oh wait, you wouldn't know what a truck is because Pharaoh deleted it. I can't wait to open this door and the Eclipse are on the other side. Or something ridiculous and stupid. Oh my god. I knew I was gonna get angry at it, I just didn't.
Is that good?
Yep.
Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Where I wanted to go in? Well, too late. I don't care. I just want it to be done. It's so maddening. How do I get up there? Ah, gotta drive the Master Override to the location of...
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the Eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
He's not Hades.
It promised
but he...
knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the Eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
It's a fucking...
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission to wake the machines so they can devour the world all over again.
Yeah.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion.
Of course
as well.
it does. Why wouldn't
so the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception.
A whole new world!
That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jew.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus.
Wait, Hades has physics and calculus just in it?
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge.
I wonder if Gaia has a whole
especially
bunch
with
of
the
knowledge.
alterations
Like,
I included
she
of
wouldn't be
my
able
own
to
design.
recreate Apollo herself, but
The
she'd
ability
probably
for
be
the
able to
spy
teach
on
us a
them.
lot of stuff.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
Wow.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth.
There's no
I
need to be
vowed
so
to do
defensive.
everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
You've done terrible things, Silence. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps, but basically the same.
Really. So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Task is complete.
Yes. The Focus Network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing?
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
How inconvenient for me.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine.
Define timeline.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Carja Sanctum's reign.
Define Carja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Define Karja.
Now that's more like it. They're coming.
Preparations are complete.
Ah, Lucent Bahamas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow!
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Araman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Araman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O shadow of prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Now I'm just gonna stick slap some duct tape on it. And now it glows. Why aren't we talking about that? That my spear is literally just a stick with a piece of thing attached to it.
After what happened with Derval, I know he'll defend the city. But the spire...
I mean, and even then, Apollo was made for kids probably around the ages 6 to 7, probably first grade level. So first grade level, babysitters telling kids to jump, trying to tell adolescents to jump off and blow steam isn't exactly all that, like, I don't know, it's not all of that far-fetched. And it's also not far-fetched for them to not plan for something like this, since they have to plan for literally every single bit of human existence. These people worshipped a mountain that had a voice. Hades and Gaia both had to be AIs to where they could make decisions on their own. Hades had to make a decision where if the planet wasn't habitable for humans, then it would have to take over and then act as like an anti-Gaia, destroying everything. And then it would also have to know when everything was destroyed to leave.
Praise the sun. Spies have released Prince Itaman from Sunfall.
All right. Praise the sun! Dark Souls intensify. Right? They were a bunch of rush scientists given like a, what, 18-month deadline to think and try to recreate and think of everything that would be needed to replant the entire Earth. And like what's being hung up on is that one of the AIs made for it wouldn't be smart enough to outsmart a tribal human. Because there's something justified, it doesn't mean there's no issue in writing, but it's justified within universe. Suspension of disbelief and rules inside universes are exactly why there's no issue. WAP! I thought there was I thought this was an elevator.
What brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before.
Dude, that is literally not on my mind at all.
Arsa,
I am trying to save the fucking world.
Confused.
Sit the fuck down, wear your stupid
If
hat,
we're to
and
fight
let me
together
leave.
on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Can I talk to him now, though?
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
Okay. Bye then. Well. I think that it is best to finish the game tomorrow, because I have to go do some things. So we will finish the game tomorrow. So, I think that I will save now, and then you guys can continue your fucking bickering. And I'm gonna go eat. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I loved it. I will be here tomorrow. We will finish this game, and then we will jump for joy and say hurrah, because I won't have a game that I was on like hold during the vacation. I was trying really, really hard to beat it today, but it has gone way too long. And, you know, It happens. You know, it happens. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll reconvene, eat some food, drink some water. Here's a heart just for you. Save for later, use it right now. I don't really care. It's your heart. You do you. We'll reconvene. So have a good day at work, or a good day at school. My controller's gonna die, or a good day off. Whatever it is for you, you know. And then we will try to take over the world tomorrow. Try again. Okay. Bye. Hello! Welcome to the end of the stream. I think you guys are awesome. Please don't hate each other because you're fighting about stupid games. Just talk it out. Give each other smooches on the nose. Just, it's fine. So, I'm going to go now. So, I hope you guys have a good day. Good night. Just give each other nose smooches and be done with it. No one's listening to each other's arguments.
But I will say that there was a bit of lore that actually said that they were just nanny bots. That's what they were, but
what do I know? I only read all the lore. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, bye.